Welcome to Heaving Bosoms, the podcast where two best friends recap romance novels while shuddering for various reasons and giving disclaimers.
Stack ourselves with the clinches out. Shout it from the rooftop, can you hear the sound? Yeah. Live your best life, love it out loud. Love it out loud.
Hey HBs, if you're a breeder, I'm thinking the end of school has either befallen you or is swiftly approaching. And this is my brave show of solidarity and encouragement. We can do it! May this summer be full of laughter and popsicles and deliver all that you need. This week on Patreon and our Apple Podcast subscription, I'm telling y'all all about the last 3 books in the Alpha Omega Hockey series by Marina Vivenkos. Remember Fresh Ice? Well, then I told y'all about books 2 and 3 in a bonus episode, and now I'm talking about books 4 through 6, Broken Ice, and both parts of Full Body Hit. It's 10 years into the future of the Hockey League, and the tropes in both of these stories are to die for. That's this Friday on the bonus feed. All right, y'all, we have to get straight into the book today because this episode is unhinged. Because this week is unhinged. I can't even explain it. We just gotta start. Here's our recap of She Came from the Swamp by Darva Green. Sabrina, are you ready to talk about Swamp Twat?
Should have fucking known. I should have known that's how you were gonna open this. I was like, Melody already knows how she wants to open episode. I wonder what it could possibly be. Could it be the fucking stupid fucking alt title that she's come up with and exclusively used to refer to this book as for the last couple of weeks that we've had the plan?
Yeah! Well, also, there is something else, though.
Oh, okay.
There is also something else.
Fuck. Okay.
Because I have disclaimers. You know, here's the deal. I have disclaimers. Because normally I'm the one on the podcast that, just decides that hygiene isn't a thing when I'm reading books. Or, I normally have no problem whatsoever.
With a pond scum lube?
Oh, boy. That's all there is. I don't know. So, I don't want to say that this book wasn't for me. You know what I mean? What I would prefer to say is I was not for this book, okay? And I don't want anything that I say in the episode to come across as yucking people's yums or anything, but I just need you to know that A, I think I might not have been for this book, but B, I also had to deal with the grossest gardening incident that's ever happened in my life, to the point that I actually considered getting rid of my garden. Okay. I don't want to get
God.
Just I don't want to get too into it, but I just found out how red lily beetles reproduce. And it's fucking horrifying, okay? Google it, don't Google it, listener. Do what you will. But I had the biggest infestation of fucking red lily beetles having sex all over my lilies. And I had to get rid of all the things that happen after that. And so I think doing that. And then immediately reading this book, I wasn't okay. Like, the heebie-jeebies weren't out of my body before I had to start this book. Seriously, like, I felt so bad because there were a couple of people, like, doing their nightly walks or whatever, and had to experience me, like jumping away from plants and being like, oh, like, not okay. So Google it, don't Google it. I just need you to know that I have baggage.
All right, we'll have this conversation later because, like, in the quickest Google, I don't see why you're so horrified.
Do you want me to just tell you and I'll cut it?
No, because I would like to enjoy talking about book.
Oh,
your
great.
reaction makes
no,
me
it's
concerned
bad.
that I will
Horrifying.
Not be okay with talking.
Horrifying to me, Melody. Couldn't do the heebie-jeebie was all in my body, and none of this book. I was not for this book when I read it.
I'm delighted, honestly, because I think it's so funny that you're like, I can't handle the hygiene. I didn't even think about that once. I made such a big fucking hullabaloo during
How are we
that
in the opposite chairs on this.
I think it's because she's a monster.
Yeah, somehow that wasn't
so
transcended for me at all.
I just don't give up. Like, I there's a lot of like, it's just okay. All right.
Look, I wanted to real bad, and she sounds hot.
Although,
in other
unfortunately,
ways,
now that you've brought it up, it's gonna come up a lot in book because, like, talking about book because there's a lot of moments where it's like,
it's real specific, and I was also like on the edge of my seat the whole time in the worst way when she wouldn't let her do anything with her pussy. I was like, what's in there?
I was like, do you have teeth?
What could it be?
Is it like an alligator's maw? Like,
is it just all mud down there? Like, what is it?
Well, especially because Des keeps talking about, like, her maw when she's a monster.
Yes.
And I'm like, do you have a double-ended maw? Is that what's happening?
I would have been fine if it was teeth. For some reason, it was more on the mucous membrane worry side, you know? When you combine it with nature, I don't know what was going on in my head, but I was just like, what's in the box? Like, you gotta just tell me.
It's fucking Schrodinger's box, but the box is a box, not a box.
Yeah. Like, yeah, it's a 7 box, but it's a box.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm gonna do Boy Am I Here to recap this book, which was sexy in some ways. But I need you to know that, like, I'm coming with baggage. And that's what's happening.
I think that is so funny because I was coming into this episode with the comment / question of, hey, Melody, did this book really just hammer home how much of a monster fucker you are? Because it hammered home how much of a monster fucker I am. Because I was on fucking board. I was like,
nice.
Yeah, Des, same.
I'm so glad.
I would also fuck the monster from the swamp. Like, yep.
I mean, I'm into, yes, absolutely.
Well, and
I love that.
Melody, I think the funniest thing about this entire conversation that you and I are having currently is that if anyone's going to know how fucked up a swamp is, it's not you. I live in swamp country. I had a swamp with cypress trees and alligators on my first college campus. I threw alligator treats out of a fucking, like, pet. Like, they had like things where you could put in a quarter and you get little pellets and you could throw alligator snacks into the fucking swamp. Because it was right outside of the cafeteria when I went to that school. So, like, after the cafeteria, I'd have a little quarter and I'd pop it in. And so I was constantly throwing little treats into a swamp. Like, all I could think about was, literally, I had the thought of, I was like, God damn it, where's my Kikimora? I've given the treats. I've given the snacks. I've given the offerings. Where's my sexy swamp lady? Like,
I mean, honestly, yeah. Well, and here's the thing. I don't think it's like that meaningfully different from, like, a lake monster. You know what I mean? But for some reason,
no, it is meaningfully different. It's worse.
No, that's what I mean. But what I mean is, like, from, like, a microbial level. No, swamps are absolutely worse. I hear that and I know that.
Well, and
but from a gross like microbial whatever you're gonna encounter level, even if you don't see it or smell it or like whatever, there's stuff in a lake. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
like
think
the
big
lady's gonna still be like as cold because she lives in a lake.
Yes. Yeah.
Like it's gonna be sliminess regardless. So I don't know what my damage was other than those fucking red lily beetles.
It sounds like your damage
that they
was.
reproduce. Oh God.
I just think that this is so funny. I never even thought of pond scum lube, and until literally the only reason I mentioned it is because you made me think about it when you were like, did you think about the, like, I could have stopped thinking about you didn't even ask me because I think you assumed I also was on the same level as you. And I didn't.
I was worried.
I
was worried that this was going to be like an episode where we both thought it was gross and I was worried about it.
No, I think that part of it also is like, I'm just don't need to think about it because it's a paranormal or a, supernatural, paranormal, fantasy-esque thing.
Normally, I'm the first one to throw logistics out the window.
Yeah,
okay?
yeah.
And I don't even necessarily do it on purpose, but fuck, dude. This was rough. So, we open up, and Nadezhda also goes as Des. She is moving into her grandmother's house.
Uh-huh.
Also, I don't know why, but the negligee kind of...
Oh, I was not... Okay, I was going to bring that up because I was not into this.
Okay. I'm so sorry, listener. We'll do this in a linear manner.
Yeah, we'll do this in a linear manner, but like I was going to bring up the negligee because like...
Why?
Boy,
what? Why though?
I had a lot of questions actually, and that we'll pop into them as we work through today's episode. So we open up, and Des has moved back to Florida. Her grandmother's house was left to her when her grandmother passed, and she it's like smack dab in the middle of swamp country. You know, like most of the property is swamp, and the house is like, we find this out later. And it's maybe discussed a little bit in the beginning, but like we find out later that they just don't go into the rest of the swamp because like they don't go past this part of the property because that's the swamp and that's the Kikimoras. And Des was always under the impression, alongside the rest of her family, that the Kikimora is just the monster under the bed, right? Like this is what Grandma says to keep you from going and messing around in the swamp. Yeah, to keep you away from the alligators and like all of those kinds of things. And we find out that is not true pretty quick because I was reading this, and in the first couple of chapters before we leave the property, really, like the first couple of chapters where we're going through her dream stuff, I was like, oh, I don't know that I can read this. I live too close to swamps for I like, especially now that I am back on my stimulants, it means that I'm sleeping deeper at night
and dreaming
and like. I'm not gonna say I haven't had some fucking insane dreams since reading this book, you know, like what like I was like this, cause like I can drive less than 5 minutes and go fuck around in a swamp. I live in swamp country. Like the only reason I don't live in a swamp is because I live in a city, you know, and it's a city that historically is constantly fighting against the fact that it's swamp country.
Yeah.
You know?
See, it's funny because I live in marsh country.
Okay.
Which is similar but very different, you know? Anyway. So, all right. So she moves back into this place, and there is this lore about the Kikimora. She's always not taken it seriously, but she still is like, I know that my grandmother would always like do offerings, and like maybe I should keep up with that. Not super sure, but she's like, you know, she's moving in. But when she actually like gets to the house, she is confronted by a cousin. And the whole reason that she has moved back to Florida into her grandmother's home, where she was raised, I don't remember what the relationship is with their parents, but there isn't one. Maybe they died, ? But her grandmother raised her in this house.
I didn't even ask.
Oh, fair enough.
I had no thoughts.
Yeah, maybe
about
we
the
never
parent.
even found out.
it never even crossed my mind to consider what the fuck what's going on with her parents.
Yeah, fair enough.
Boy,
she was in it to win it over there. Look at her.
Yeah,
she's just like staring off into the middle distance.
I'm just a monster fucker. A listener sent me a care package, and how apropos that the plushie that she sent me is a little stuffed book that says, "I like my books with extra monster smut." And I didn't even think about the fact that it's
so cute.
I really am. Like, you stick a monster in there. And I'm not talking
too.
I'm talking about a monster, not a paranormal, not a werewolf, not a vampire. I say I want a monster, I want a monster.
You want like an orc from the Lord of the Rings, not an orc from Finley Fen, you know? Like you'll take those slimy bad orcs.
Whoa. Don't make me make this decision.
Oh, God. No, I'm sorry. You're right. You like them equally. One doesn't, you don't have a preference.
Yeah.
So when she arrives, Sabrina, this is the other part that I had many, many questions about. Because I did look, this is the first one in like a series of monster situations by Darva Green.
And it's a bunch of sapphic monster books. I am excited to read more of them. I have not downloaded more of them because I am deep in Sabrina Jeffries' hole right now. But whew.
Maybe.
I know where to go.
Okay, so I guess keep me posted because I need to know what the fuck is up with this family, okay?
Does the series follow the family?
I don't know.
I
don't know.
Okay, it sounds like...
But if we get any more intel, I need to know.
It sounds like I need to read the series and give you a couple
Patreon
of
at me.
quickies. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
probably.
We'll figure it.
If the mood strikes you. But sorry, listener. So here's the thing. Her family is dangerous. They are organized. But some of the lines in there led me to believe that they only take out bad people at the same time. So are they the mob for supernatural good?
I also was under the impression that it was... like, they only do bad people, but then her fucking
Until
cousin...
the twist at the end?
Yeah, and I was like, well, that's...
This jumped the shark.
Fucked up.
Yeah, we'll get to that too. But we get no information. I thought maybe they were like an organized, con family or something. We get no information other than her family kills people... mostly for good, ? Except that if you don't do what they want, they will threaten your closest friends and extra family and lovers and stuff.
Well, there's also the commentary multiple times throughout the book, and this is something that I just have no... it was not clear to me but before the end of the book, and I did want to ask you about it, is apparently she has a very specific part of everything.
What are her powers?
But what is it that she does? Because from what I can tell, she's just some flavor of dreamwalker.
Yeah. I don't know.
Is that a specific term? Is that a cultural term? I don't know. But I
don't know what that is. But that's the term that's used in here.
Oh, okay. That's where it popped into my head then. Okay, that's fine. Yeah. That makes sense. But what does she do exactly that's so fucking powerful?
Right? And do we not know because she just hasn't plumbed her powers? Or did we both, just whiff it real hard on the
Did we whiff it? I had that because I was going to ask you this question, and I hoped that you have an answer. And clearly you don't have an answer. I don't know. Listener, if you've read this...
If you have any intel whatsoever, let some bitches know.
Miss Green.
Hello, Darva. If we may, would you like to come discuss your world with us? Us requesting Omegaverse discussion panel. Yes.
Can we
have I given you enough disclaimers to make sure you know that this is not anything I say during this episode is not you, it's me?
Also, anytime that you're concerned about it, Darva, if we may, just listen to my delight. Because
Yes.
I am on record. I'm the reason pond scum lube is a problem because I made such a big fucking issue about fucking in a pond years ago that I don't know what you did to me.
Magic.
That I lit a creature that by all right is probably
could be made purely of pond scum.
Scum. And I had no fucking problem.
No issues. No issues.
Honestly,
whatsoever.
my biggest concern through all of this was, oh my god, but the mosquitoes. Listen, I've fucked near a swamp before, you know, and
Sure.
like,
yeah, it's
I'm
There's so
gonna
much
just.
extra
I'm not
flesh
even gonna.
that's
I'm
just
not
out
even
there.
gonna make a big deal about hypothetically. Theoretically, I'm just gonna tell you right now that mosquito bites on your labia is a bad fucking time. Okay?
No fucking way.
Of course, fucking way. Mosquitoes are like, yeah, let's fuck it up. And like when you're all turned on, all of your blood's
Yeah, you're not
rushing
gonna
to that
notice.
part of your body. So mosquitoes are
God.
like, hell yeah. The only blessing I've ever had in the greatest blessing of my entire fucking life is that it was my labia and not on my clitoris, Melody. Which, like, I can't even promise that because, like, I don't know. It's hard to fucking tell when you have 10 of them.
No.
Jesus Christ.
Okay.
Anyway.
Wow.
Yeah. So, like, if there's
All right.
anybody who should have been reading this and going, it's me, you know?
No.
But, boy,
And I'm so happy
you
for
wove
you.
a
Sabrina.
spell, Darva,
Oh, you
if I
wizard,
may.
Darva.
You know? Are we on a first name basis yet? I don't know.
I feel like,
I don't
yeah.
know. I'll let Darva Green make that decision by the end of this book, you know?
I think I'm probably on a Ms. Green level, you know what I mean? And I will respect that, Ms. Green. Oh, also, Sabrina, when I went through and looked at the like content or whatever, it is described as a murder cult. So like for truly, I don't know why they're doing this or what they're doing or what the point is. Is it all supernatural? Is the supernatural just a coincidence? You know, like I don't know what's happening. But she does come up from a family of a murder cult. Is the deal.
Is it Dextery? Is it mob-like? Is it
I have no idea. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
a lot of questions.
anyway,
Listen.
Yeah. Well, and the reason that we're telling you this, listener, is because when she pulls up to the house, her cousin's there and he calls it a welcome present, a housewarming gift, but it's a body in a burlap sack. All right.
Do you know how long it took me to realize what was happening? I reread that page like multiple times because I was like, I'm so fucking confused. And then when it clicked, I was like, is that her job? Is she like the cleanup crew? Why is she not the cleanup crew elsewhere though? Like,
yeah. Or is the property the cleanup crew?
okay,
Because
that was
gators,
my thing. And
right?
like now that was my other thought is like, if you need to get rid of a body, toss that bitch in a swamp. It's not coming back out unless it's gross
Unless
enough
it does.
that, like it's not impossible for it to come back.
Unless it's like just a femur comes
I don't know.
up,
All I'm
I
saying,
can't guarantee that.
All I'm saying is that there's a lot of unanswered missing persons cases in Louisiana.
Quite.
You know?
Quite. Yeah. Yeah. So she's like, the fuck, dude. I don't want anything to do with the family business. I think they also say family business. So is it commercial?
Well, I think
know.
that it's not commercial. Like they talk about like the family business when there's like mob times and stuff like that.
But that's commercial.
Hey, Melody, I need you to define commercial, what you mean by commercial. Do you think that
Do you
they
make
have
money
an
off of it?
LLC?
Mobs do.
Yeah, I know, but
Like,
I don't think
they're
that this
tangential
is an LLC
businesses, but it's all organized under
situation.
one thing. But I'm saying, like, is it a situation like the mob where they're like, this cousin is the construction cousin, and we sometimes put bodies, if we need to, under there, under like the foundation, or like this cousin is the shakedown cousin, and we get money from that, or like this cousin is the drug cousin. Like, is that the kind of thing? Except supernatural. Is there a commercial element? I guess. Is what I'm asking, is what I'm wondering. Or is family business just a euphemism in general?
I don't know if it'd be funnier to talk to Darva about this before I read more books, or if it would be funnier to, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Because I think it'd be pretty. I don't know. This is Darva. You know.
Hello.
You know.
The door's open. Is all we're saying.
The door's open. If you want to come.
Okay.
Come
So
do a little
anyway.
chit chat.
This actually matters not at all, basically.
Yeah, no, and that's the thing is,
until
like,
the end.
I had questions, but, like, I haven't given it nearly as much thought as you have, because, like, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. I was just
matter.
grasping for straws, focusing on something else that didn't remind me at all about lady beetle reproductions, lily beetle. Fuck it. I almost got rid of all my lilies, and I love the lilies I have in my yard. That's how bad it was. I almost ripped them right out of the fucking ground.
Sometimes love isn't enough. Sometimes love isn't enough, Melody.
God, anyway. So, okay, so she's like, okay, fine, I'll do it this once, but, like, seriously, when you possibly can, leave me the fuck out of it. I don't want anything to do with y'all, and that's why I'm here on this tiny, sequestered property away from everything. And the biggest reason is because when she was in Colorado, she just moved from Colorado, she had a girlfriend, and they, like, they were doing girlfriend stuff, but then
one of her friends, her girlfriend's friends showed up dead. And it seemed paranormal in nature.
And she had already been threatened, like, if you're not going to cooperate with whatever, things might happen.
Yep.
And so everything felt too close to home. She also, because she's a dream walker, I think, she's also more vulnerable when she sleeps, which I think makes her sleeping partner also more vulnerable. Question mark?
Yeah, well, so it seems like things will come to her because the way I kind of pictured it or figured it worked is whether she intends it or not, if she doesn't put up good enough walls, things will be drawn to her. So she is like a beacon when she is dreaming.
And a demon might inhabit her or something, which could imperil her bed partner.
Because at one point she talks about how, like, she has to be really careful about it because, like, sometimes she wakes up she flails in her sleep because she's, fighting something in her mind or, like, all of these different things. And I'm like, all I could think was, like, yeah, you'd be sleeping in a separate bed. I don't
have time for that. My sleep is too precious to me.
Well, it's not only that, like, I'm already a picky bitch when it comes to sleeping in my bed and stuff like that. Like, I've already decided essentially that until I upgrade to a king size bed, I'm not having people in my bed with me anymore. That's just fair. Not. Between me and 3 dogs, no. I'm not willing to make that adjustment. Thank God I have a spare room now, But, like, oh yeah, you'd be in a different bed, Des. Like, but also, like, that's the obvious solution,
No, not if there's also, like, a purposeful threat, right? Like, that would be an involuntary thing that just happens.
Yeah.
But her family's over in the sidelines being like, also, do what we want.
Man, your family sucks, Des.
What a shitty family. What a murder cult kind of family.
Sucks.
I know this comes out of nowhere, Nadezhda, okay? But your murder cult family is really fucked up.
Yeah. So he drops off the body and, like, she's like, okay, goodbye. And he's like, all right, well, don't forget, now that you're back, like, I'm gonna, like, you're gonna
need you every once in a while.
I'll try to leave you out of the family business, but also, like, now you're here, so let's go.
Yeah, and so she, like, goes into the house. She thinks about masturbating to thoughts of her ex-girlfriend and then decides that that's, like,
Melody,
she's a thought crime person, Sabrina.
I have a question for you about this whole thing.
I would love that.
And maybe this is a my specific masturbatory practices, right? But, like,
listener, what shall we learn about Sabrina?
Well, like, I don't really think about specific people that I know when I'm masturbating. Especially when it's an ex. Is this common? Is this a thing that a lot of people have to work through where they're like, because, like, this made me really sit down and analyze it, right? Like, like, it comes up occasionally where I ponder about it, but, like, I suddenly realized for whatever reason while I was reading this, I was like, I would never have this problem because the only time I have a specific person in mind is because if I'm, I think she's the one who states it, jilling it. If I'm jilling off, then and it's a specific person that I'm thinking of, it's because I'm like actively sexting them, and they are the reason that I am masturbating in this moment, and not just because I'm a horny little gremlin, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
And I was very curious.
Yeah. I wonder if there's a component to it that because my thoughts aren't visual, maybe that's part of it.
Okay. Yeah.
But usually I don't even like relive sexual experiences that I have. I don't really like, none of that really happens.
Well, I think maybe
I also don't really need like stimulation. Like I don't need sexual attraction in order to start that activity, if that makes sense.
So like that's another thing is like one of the things, like I definitely am not asexual, right? Like extreme, like
yes.
I'm not like, I don't know that I'm not on that spectrum in some flavor, but like what people think of when you say I'm asexual immediately, I'm definitely not that, right?
Yeah.
But I can definitely understand not needing sexual attraction to have sex, right?
Yeah.
Which is like, that comes up in the other book that we read, where it's like, yeah, it totally tracks to me that you practice sexual acts without having sexual attraction specifically, right? And so like, I very rarely masturbate because I am so unbearably horny for another person. That's very rarely the impetus.
Not even like celebrities like that. I don't know why.
Have never, that is one thing I have never understood. I don't know that I've ever masturbated about a celebrity.
Yeah, no, I haven't either. Yeah.
Fascinating. And I know people do. I know, like, I have been told to my face that people do things like that. They're like, they actively think about specific people. They have to think about a specific
Sure.
Even if I'm jacking off and I'm thinking about a sexual experience that I have actively had, I'm not, that the person
I'm in
involved,
my body.
The person involved might not even be in my brain. You know, it's the act. It's not the interesting.
Or like the sensations, you know, or like the euphoria
I'm
that you felt at the time.
Exactly. It's reliving that, not the experience with the person.
Right.
Just so interesting.
I also thought it was fascinating because she then felt guilty about it. And both of us are on the same page.
About thought crime.
We don't believe in thought crime.
Yeah, so, like, there's a lot of gray area around this, but, like...
Of course.
Masturbating to the fucking thought or picture of your ex, like...
That's nobody's fucking business. Just don't make it their business.
Yeah, just don't make it anybody else's business. And like I said, there's a lot of gray area. Like, there are some things that I'm like, maybe don't jack off thinking about that, you know? But also,
sure.
But also, at the same time... when I say I don't believe in thought crime, I really fundamentally don't believe in thought crimes. Like, so, man.
But we're also a little bit radical about censorship too.
Yeah.
So,
sometimes I forget that I'm considered a radical when it comes to censorship, but like.
Yeah, we're on that end of the spectrum when it comes to censorship and thought crime and stuff like that.
But anyway, so like I just thought it was fascinating. I can understand it in the sense of I need to get over her, right? Like I can understand that aspect. Yes. And so like I think I do think that that's part of it is like, man, I really need to not think about it because blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? Like I can understand
you need to create that distance, not just physically, but also mentally and emotionally. Absolutely. Yes. And she knows that her ex is already with someone else. Like, it really is a closed book situation.
Yes.
Anyway, she's like sneaking her hand down. And then she remembers the body that's in her yard still. Oh my God. My anxious heart. I was just like, what? How has that not been like the thing that's on the forefront of your brain? But like when you're raised by a murder cult, things just get normalized. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anyway, so that's the first quote unquote offering that she ends up making to
Hey, Melody,
the
I'm
swamp.
gonna make a maybe banana statement, but I would have also forgotten the body. You know, like, man, that idiot, out of sight, out of mind.
Maybe.
I'm not fucking kidding when I say like if that's so normalized like that, like where it's just my cousin showing up. Yeah.
Yeah, because like for me in this in my experience and body and all the things, that would become an immediate hyperfixation.
Oh yeah. Like, to be fair, that's also because I don't get bodies dropped in my yard on
This
the
is what I'm
regular.
saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, she does it sort of like cheekily, you know, she's like, oh, this thing that I grew up with, like I'm making an offering to the Kikimora like my grandmother did. And she pushes the body into the swamp.
Yeah.
So then what happens, Sabrina?
So
Then she goes to sleep, doesn't she? And then she starts sleepwalking?
yeah, she's basically feeling real creepy about everything, right? Like,
yeah.
And she goes to
because she
sleep.
felt like somebody was watching her. That's what it was. She could feel eyes on her.
Yeah. And so she does finally, like, she gets in the house, she feels safe in the house, and then she goes to bed, and she wakes up into a dream.
Yeah.
And she doesn't realize it's a dream because sometimes it's hard to tell. And
It's
she
so
hears
realistic,
some
yeah.
weird noises, and so she walks into the living room, and then the record player starts playing. And I was like, yeah, I'd be fucked up about that too. Because, like...
The record player?
Yeah, the record player starts playing Pink Floyd's Careful with That Axe, Eugene. And it's a song that has always made her feel like... It's especially the scream part of the song, which I don't actually know this. So I should have listened to it. So I don't know what she's talking about. But also, like, I read this late at night, so I wasn't going to go listen to the song because I didn't need that to impact my dreams. I'm very impressionable.
Yes.
And so she realizes it's a dream when she realizes that she has some control over her world, because right before the screamy part happens, the record player, like, the needle picks up and she's like,
yeah,
oh, okay, this is a dream, but also, like, somebody's messing with me because like this is weird. The whole thing is not cool. And she's like pushing at the seams of her dream. And this is like, man, read the first couple of chapters of this book were hard to read because, like, boy, I have a lot of fears about, like, sleep and dreams and, like, sleep monsters and stuff. Like, every time people talk about their sleep paralysis, it really fucks me up on, like, a real, like, fundamental level because, like, oh my God, horrifying. And so she ends up hearing a song coming from the swamp. And this is not the first time. She's had, like, whenever she stayed with her grandmother, this was a thing of staying with her grandmother, is that there's going to be times where there's something in the swamp that calls to her.
Yeah.
And, like, man, couldn't be me. I would never go back to this house. I would
be me.
never be on this property again.
Yeah.
Like,
but Dream Her decides that she's got to walk and check it out. You know, she's got to make sure that she finds out what this eerie song is. That's how it's described.
Yes. And so she gets out to the swamp and she can see something in the water with, like, a hand on the bank and, like, just some eyes above the water. And she just, she can't stop. Listen, I will say, I was so on board for monster fucking in this book, but also, like, the way that she was immediately monster fucker mode was bananas to me, because, like, seeing something like that, my first thought is not, I'm horny. Actually, you know what? I say that, I don't know. I'm somebody who gets scared horny. So, like, I may not be making a factual statement here. I don't know that I'll ever know without the experience, you know, what I would do in reality. But reading it, I was like, nope, unrelatable.
I hear that. Yeah. And so this figure, like, emerges from the water, and it's pretty dark, and she's only seeing, like, through the moonlight. But one of the things that I highlighted was, I followed the path of those water droplets all the way down to her tits. I tried to look away, but they were so round, so lovely, and unlike anything I'd ever seen before, where her dark green nipples were caught in the wild tangle of her hair. And we find out that her hair is seaweed, kind of.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, it's
But
some
it's
kind
not
of
seaweed.
flora. Water
Sure.
flora.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
She's also got
wow.
like razor sharp teeth. This is where we start hearing about her maw for the first time.
Yeah,
and then she says the
maw.
fucking creepiest motherfucking
Yep.
thing because she pops up out of that water slowly and then says,
Yeah.
"So you're what's kept me here waiting." We can fix that. I can leave.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Oh,
like
yeah.
we make a lot of jokes about like, this is that thing's house now. This is that thing's house. Like, I don't need to, like, we can work
No,
something out.
I'll figure it out.
Do you
I'll
want
figure it
it?
out.
Because, like, grandma's lived here long enough that there's not a mortgage. I just own this property. Like, I'll get out of here if you want me to get out of here.
Yeah. Well, and so she's like, I don't know what you mean, but it's like kind of hard because remember, she's dreaming. And then the creature is like, oh, she studies her. And then she's like, you really don't understand, do you? And then she's like, no. And she's like, interesting creature. I did not appreciate the offering you left for me. And then the creature says, perhaps you'd like to offer me something else?
Yeah. And she's man, this book really does, like, it's borderline erotica, this book, because they just, like, jump right into sex, right? Like, I would say there's a pretty good percentage of this book that is, like, sexy in nature and horny.
And things that you and I can relate to. There is one thing I could relate to in this book, and it comes up in the next paragraph for me. It says, I had to crane my neck to look at her. She was tall, like 7 feet tall. And although she had a willowy build, I knew without a doubt she could easily pick me up and toss me in the swamp, and I'd fucking love it.
Listen. One of the only relatable things for me about Des is how horny on Maine she is for something that could obliterate her. And I'm like, yeah.
For something that makes her feel dainty.
Yeah. Cause we're not dainty ladies, Mel.
No. No, we're not.
Like, by God, I'd love to get thrown around a little bit. And like, oh boy, yeah. The hot monster. This monster very quickly goes from being truly one of my worst nightmares to, yeah, I'd fuck that thing.
Yeah. Well, especially when the monster brings her in close and smooths a free hand down her back to her ass and says, so soft and warm, so easily broken. But you like this, don't you?
And then she's like, I do like it. And then the monster says, then have a taste. Don't mind if I do, ma'am. Don't mind if
I was
do.
lost. I was adrift. I was aborting mission. I was pulling the ripcord.
I didn't think twice. I was like, yep, all right, give me that nipple. Give me that nipple.
I stood on my tiptoes and brought my hand to one of her large breasts. Her skin felt slippery as I stroked my thumb over her hard nipple and brought it to my mouth. She leaned into me, her wet seaweed hair falling over my shoulder and wrapping me tighter. Because her hair is also prehensile? ?
I didn't even notice that. And you want to know what my first thought would have been when I read that?
What?
What'd that hair do?
What's that? I mean, yeah.
What'd that hair do?
Once we figure out that it's prehensile, yeah. And it says, I pulled back, needing to release some of the pressure building between my legs, but her hands moved up my shoulders and she pushed me away. And then she says, not tonight. I haven't gotten to toy with you enough yet. And then she like claws her over her lip. Like she like does a boop, except it's sharp and it's underneath her nose. This made no sense to me boop whatsoever. Yeah, it's a bloody boop and not on her nose, beneath her nose. Like, did she miss? Anyway, I don't know if it's part of the magic because she says, now forget until I call you back.
Well, because I think that what it is if she wasn't a dreamwalker, then she wouldn't remember. It would work. I think that's why, like, because the Kikimora is surprised to find out that she remembers everything. And she doesn't remember everything immediately, but she does wake up so horny and like humping sheets, and she ends up using the sheets, getting off, and she's like, man, I can't remember what my dream was about and why I'm so close to the edge.
Well,
and usually I recall my dreams.
She does remember her dream. She does.
Not immediately. It's foggy.
Oh,
in the
sure.
beginning.
I mean, it says like, whatever dream I'd had made me want to get pinned down next to the swamp while I got licked out by some creature that had crawled out of the bog. And then she doesn't pull away from the thought. It says, I kept going with it, working myself into a fever pitch with the bits I was beginning to remember about the figure from my dream. Mostly how I wanted to taste whatever was hiding behind that bit of moss gathered between her thighs. And I have never felt less seen.
I'd have licked that moss.
I couldn't. I was like,
I didn't even
do it.
Flinch. I didn't even flinch reading this book with all of these things.
About dirt, like moss grow. And so if it's just a mud patch.
Part of the issue here, Melody, is you're more outdoorsy than I am.
Probably
and
also
so,
why.
Like, I think that's what I don't.
Everything
this
was
is
too
all,
real.
So, like, I am historically an outdoorsy person, and I love hiking and camping and stuff, but it's been a very long time since I've done that regularly. And so, like, this is all just very whimsical for me. I don't have direct memory of...
It was yikes. But it's, in theory, it sounded awesome.
Yeah.
And then, wait, did you feel incredibly seen at the start of chapter 3? Because we are an hour and 20 minutes in, we're at chapter 3. And when I saw very seen...
Listen, we're not an hour and 20 minutes in, Mel. You know that. We're like 30 minutes in.
I know. She's thinking about what she's going to do that day. And she says, then I hit a grocery store so I could at least have vegetables wilting away in the crisper like a responsible adult.
Melody, I fucking highlighted that.
Yeah.
I fucking highlighted that because I felt so fucking seen by her being like, listen, we're not going to talk about that drawer. You know? That's what that drawer is for. That drawer is for composting. Yeah.
So anyway,
she goes home
night, right?
So she goes home though, and so she cooks a bunch of food and stuff, and then she goes back to sleep that night. And by the way, she does do like, she has an altar and she does a lot of stuff to like put up walls and things like that and yada yada before she goes to sleep, because she knows that she's vulnerable, and not just she's vulnerable, but like she's a beacon of some kind. And so like things are very likely to come find her.
Yeah.
In the night.
Yeah.
And she wakes up in the middle of the night and she hears something creaking in the hall. And she gets up, and I didn't like this at all. Like I said, the first couple of chapters of this book was a horror story to me. Because like, I'm sitting here right now talking about how like all of these horny things, I'm on board with it. I am so far from on board with this shit that it's not even funny. I would be living in my truck in the middle of
to a desert to live in my
Jacksonville.
truck.
No,
Yeah.
I'm living in like a city. I like put me in the middle of Central Park or some shit like that.
Sure.
If I want, you know what I mean? Like I'm not like, the farthest I can get from a swamp in this instance, this house, like I'm gone. Because she wakes up in the middle of the night and she makes the comment of, I stayed completely still and the house was completely silent aside from Rocket's snoring. And then I thought I remembered her making a comment about like, if there was something to be concerned about, Rocket would have reacted kind of thing. I don't see that looking at the book right now, but like that's, man, I didn't like it. Cause like, that's how, maybe I just fucking made that up in my head, because that's how I get around a lot of my fears is I'm like, if my dogs aren't reacting,
they would know.
I'm fine.
Sure.
You know, which is why, man, a horror movie where like, oh boy, where like animals don't react.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So up until this point, Sabrina, in the reading experience, I was still trying really hard. Okay. I was trying to get over the horror show that was happening in my brain and body. But then something absolutely unforgivable happened. And I no longer had the grace nor the patience to even try to get over my baggage. Do you have any idea what that unforgivable thing might be?
Okay, let me roll through this. So she opens the fridge because she's going to have a midnight snack, and all of the food that she cooked just a couple of hours prior is gone bad. And so she gets all of that stuff out of the fridge.
Sabrina. She walks to the fridge, opens up the specialty food that she cooked for herself that day, mere hours. Green lines of mold traced their way up over the dumplings I had cooked up mere hours ago.
Yeah, all of the food was bad.
And then I lifted the lid to a cake dish. She made herself a chocolate fucking cake as well. The sickly sweet smell of rot drifted up from where I'd been expecting honey buttery goodness. Fuzzy bits of green blotched with blue speckled the sides of what had been my golden butter cake. And then she goes and feeds it to the Kikimora because the Kikimora is the one who did this. Unforgivable. Deal breaker. My note in there says fucking deal breaker.
See, and
you're gonna walk into my house.
See, listen.
And you're gonna fuck with my food. Fucking deal breaker.
In my head, valid. I put a shitty body as your offering.
No, fuck that. No, I can learn my lesson without you fucking punishing my chocolate cake. I'll tell you that fucking much. No. I put in all that effort to actually cook, okay? Several courses, it sounds like, some of which were like traditional Slovakian food that her baba used to make her. It has emotional ties, and you're gonna come in here and shit all over my food? Go fuck yourself. No,
See,
absolutely not. No, this is not a prank. This is a crime at this point. It's gone too far. Deal breaker. This is fucked up. No.
What if she'd only done like one of them?
Sabrina, you're asking a lot of me. You're asking me to even one. No, I couldn't. No, absolutely not. Don't fuck with my food. No, especially because, like, food, we've talked about this. One of the quickest ways to my heart is through food, okay? And so the reverse has to be true. The reverse has to be true, okay? No, I won't do it. And so it was unforgivable. And so at this point, I had absolutely no reason to want to get over my lily beetle reproduction hangovers.
Okay, all right. So I was expecting it to be, like, something directly interactive with her where you were like, yeah, and this was the point where I was like, I can't get over this. But like, so you're just making the choice. You're like, oh, yeah, this is my hard limit. And so now I'm not interested.
That is correct.
This is a choice, not a so horrified.
No, this is war, Sabrina. This is fucking war. You want to figure out what I can leave in your swamp? Oh, here we go. Oh, I would start polluting that swamp so hard. I was just like pouring bleach into it. You're gonna fuck with my food. I'll fuck with your ecosystem, Kikimora.
Listen, this is just one of those moments where you and I are just so fundamentally different people, because something like that happening, like I said, I would already be long gone.
This is not a charming flirt. It's not a charming flirt. This is not pulling on a pigtail.
I don't think that this was intended to be pulling on pigtails. This is the Kikimora saying, go fuck yourself.
Great. Message received. This is war.
I think that this is just one of those moments where you and I are just fundamentally such different people, because this is the point where I'd be like, it's your house now.
Like, I mean, that's also fair. No, you know what? That's probably what I would do. I wouldn't be able to pour like chemicals into the swamp because I can't punish the bullfrog for your issues. You know what I mean? Like, that's not nice. So I would have to figure out a different way to punish this Kikimora. And maybe that's with my absence. You can live my entire lifespan alone. You fucking
Well, but
bitch.
like, she doesn't know that that's what's happening right now yet.
That's fine. I don't give a shit.
How are we only like 25 pages into this book. So we end up like, she gets pissed when she goes in and realizes that all of her food's gone bad. And so she ends up like in a spate of fury, walking out to the swamp and like chucking the thing that had me, oh my God, just even thinking about it. She grabs this rotten cake with her bare hands.
Yeah.
And throws it into the swamp.
And then she watches it slowly sink. She watches that mold. I don't even
touch non-rotten cake with my bare hands. That is a gloves activity for me. And so the thought of putting and like that was so like for this a different reason. I was like, I don't know that I can do the rest of that. At this point, I was on. That's the craziest thing is I was on board with Swamp Twat. I was not on board with bare hands in rock cake. Yeah. I was like, fair. This might be my limit.
I just realized.
I'm glad that I stuck with it, though.
I just realized that I need to record an actual hard limit that will go into the Podiversary episode, and that is supernaturally spoiling my food for revenge. Go fuck yourself.
I am so proud. The level of proud I am right now that you're realizing it in the moment and making a note so that we're not in a desperate scramble right before recording is, man, look how far you've come.
Thank you. Thank you for acknowledging that.
I don't know actually that it's look how far you come because I don't know that you're going to ever do it again, but I am delighted to know that this
could end up
so
nowhere.
Egregious.
You know what I mean? This could just end up.
Yeah, listen, Listen, I take notes all the time about hard limits and thoughts and things like that. I take those notes all the time, and they are never where they need to be when it comes time to actually refer back to them. So, like, but I love your thought.
Thank you for acknowledging. Yeah,
proud of you.
Okay, so yeah, she throws that fucking cake in there,
and then those two eyes come popping up again and are watching her, and then Des realizes there's an alligator right there who's about to come fuck her up.
Eat her dead.
And then something attacks the alligator, and it shoves it away, and is like, "Get away!"
Is what the thing says, and it's kind of like on fours. It's like a Tarzan. I think it's moving around like a Disney Tarzan, you know, with its. You know what I'm saying? Do you get it?
Okay, I do know what you're saying. That is not the image I had. I had a much more...
Did you have a more sexy image?
No, I was still in mid-horror movie brain. And so I was like... I was imagining, like, some really terrifying shit. Like, my image here, if I stopped to think about it, was some really, truly horrifying... My worst kind of nightmares. Movement across the ground on all fours. I think that
a beswamped, moving like a Tarzan in the dark situation would be a horror show for me. Like, I do. That's where you don't.
Okay. You know what? That's fair. You know what?
Yeah.
That's fair. That's fair. Okay. Okay. That's fair. So then
she says, thank you.
This quote, yeah, she says thank you, but the first line of chapter 4 is one of the most relatable things I've ever experienced in my entire life in a book. I have never felt more seen than the statement. Okay. Well, that was that. I'd lived a nice life. Yeah. Sure, it was a little weird, but dying because I was too horny to run seemed a fitting end for me.
Yep.
That
actually
feels
is spot the fuck on.
I'm offended by the because usually when I'm like me, I've never felt more seen. It's like ha 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 ha. No, this one I was like, how? How dare you?
Oh my God.
And then it's like, we are in such intense horny times right now, listener, that it's like hardly funny because she's like, you left dirty footprints in my house and you destroyed my food and I came out to tell you to stop toying with me.
That is not toying. This is War. What a cheap fucking date. You're gonna leave puddles? You're gonna leave mystery puddles around my house in the dark? Spoil my food? And then expect to get in all this? Absolutely not. No fucking way. Mystery puddles, Sabrina? What is scarier, I ask you, than putting your bare fucking foot into a cold, maybe Bapon-scummed mystery puddle in the dark?
Listen.
What is scarier than that?
Listen.
I ask you. She can't come up with anything.
I don't. Because, like, I don't I would.
No.
And I can tell you from experience what my reaction to unexpectedly stepping into water is. Because I've experienced it. And it's not great. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's over. It's war. Thank goodness I am not the main character of this book. It would no longer be a romance.
So this is one of those books where it's very early on in the book where I'm able to separate myself from the characters.
Oh, I love that for you. Yes.
Because, like, it was very early on in this book where I went, I'm neither of these people. I'm just reading this to enjoy, right? Because, like, I would not be stepping in those pond puddles.
You would already
because
be gone.
I would not be here. So I was just along for the ride. And that's the point in a book where things just stop bothering me that would usually bother me, except for that rotten cake, you know?
Okay, are you ready for this, though? The hot monster, I'm trying. The hot monster lifts her hand and puts a sharp claw under her chin. And it says, the sharp pressure beneath my chin was a marked contrast from the damp leaves that dripped down my chest.
Yeah.
No. Here's the thing. Look. I'm on record.
Melody, you're making me question how much of a monster fucker you are.
I don't know.
By sheer fact that this is a monster.
Oh, God.
Just, if only for the story, if only for the experience, I might have to go to a emergency room, you know?
Yeah.
Because the anxiety post-sex is going to make me need a lot of shots. You know? Where I'm like, oh my God. What do I, like, I probably have some flesh-eating shit that has been directly dropped into places that are especially prone to flesh-eating problems, you know?
Yeah. No, but, I hear you. I think, take away my monster card. I don't know what happened. I don't know.
No, I'm not going to take away your monster card because you want to fuck what's his butt from Strangelove, you know? Like, and that is an objectively not human creature, you know? Yeah,
totally.
It's I don't think that your monster card is revoked. It's just you don't have a swamp monster endorsement on your monster card.
That's really generous of you, and I appreciate it. And like I said at the beginning, I need everybody to know that this is a me problem. It is not a book problem.
Well, I am going to state that, like, just because we haven't hit a main character monster that I wouldn't fuck before, I don't think that there's not, like, I think that there is a level eventually that we just haven't found my limit.
And we must keep exploring, you know?
Yep.
That is our solemn duty, Sabrina.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, is that my request to HB listeners? Is, like, if you've read a book where you think that there's a monster in it, that I would go, you know what? No, I know the monster. I know the monster. I know the monster that is a hard limit. So in Backrooms Escape Together, there is a level that it is a hand creature.
Oh, God. Okay.
And I just realized that I might fuck that thing just for the story.
Okay.
But if you turned it into a foot creature in the same way that it's a hand creature, I'm out.
Oh, yeah.
I'm out.
And
I don't think that you can, Melody, I don't think that whatever you're imagining when I tell you that it's a hand monster.
Okay.
It's worse.
I'm picturing the hand monsters from Elden Ring. Those are actually a little bit horrifying, and they have extra fingers. And they're just like an It, you know? They just like crawl around and they whoop your ass real good if you're not good at video games. Michael had no
Melody.
issue with them. Yeah. Wait.
That.
No, pull it up, make it make it bigger. No. I don't like it. That's tough.
That's rough, but also like I might give it a shot just because, like, what all those hands do. However,
we did talk about the 100-handed one, and I don't think it would be that different other than, like, the 100-handed one does have other discernible features.
Yeah, I guess you and I are on record for fucking a hand creature.
Kinda.
Turn this thing into feet.
Oh, yeah.
And there is...
You might actually, like, die of a heart attack. I would honestly be worried about you.
Yeah, I don't think I'm making it to the touching before, like...
Before your heart just explodes.
Like, you know how you can scare rabbits to death?
Yeah.
I'm rabbit.
This is what I'm saying.
You know? Yeah.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Anyway,
yeah.
She keeps on messing with her. And this is the other thing. All of that, it just keeps piling up, Sabrina, right? Because Lily Beetle situation for me. And then... swampness is like, okay. But then you fuck with my food. All right. How dare you? And then what was the next thing she did? Oh, the leaves down the chest, the cold leaves down the chest in the dark. So I don't actually know where it's coming from. Kind of. And then delayed gratification. You're going to try to add delayed gratification to all
you're
of
not
that?
being... You're not interested in being edged by the swamp monster in your backyard?
Oh, get out.
That's not your kink, Melody?
So, I would be. I mean, maybe it would be my kink because I would not be there for sexiness at all at this point. However, if I was even, you're gonna get me over those insurmountable elements, and then you're gonna add delayed gratification. You better get on it. You better prove to me that any wait is gonna be worth the wait. You better give me a taste before I'm fucking buying this car. That's a mixed metaphor, but. Absolutely not! I was so mad!
I think the funniest thing to me right now is I really did think that we would be so far past this point in the book by now, but I wasn't expecting you to have so many strong feelings about what has happened in the books.
Yeah.
This is page 25, listener.
Really
Page 25. Like, oh my God. Like, I gotta know, Melody, if we weren't reading this for podcast, would you have DNF'd because of all of this?
Yeah, I think so. I might have just been, like, morbidly curious. I might have kept
Also, like, that was my question, because there's plenty of things that I won't DNF just because, like, even though it's not for me, I gotta know.
Oh, you know what? At this point, we don't know that the monster is also keeping a secret of their genitalia. I don't have the what's in the box moment yet, right? So I think I would have DNF'd. If I got to the point where she started eschewing getting touched or whatever, I would be like, no, I have to know. I have to know. I have to know. What is it, a sea cucumber? Like, what? Is it just like a mud patch? What are we... How? I don't know. I don't know. And I would have to know, you know? You hear what I'm saying? Like, is it just one of those, like, natural loofahs, you know, behind the moss? Is it, I mean, is it just like an open melon? That could be a possibility. For the record, Sabrina has muted themselves because I I'm too fucking funny. I'm a comedic fucking genius. Is what I am.
Oh my God, Melody. You almost
It could just be a sliced
vomit. I
melon.
can't even hear you right now. I have to take off my headphones to get away from my desk. Oh my God.
No, the real story is that they're sick.
You just made me cough so hard I almost puked. Oh my God. Oh, pineapple rutabaga, because now the dogs are freaking out and I was already putting Beignet off. I was already making him wait, and there's nothing I can do now that I've taken off my headphones.
I hear you.
Bitch.
I
Do
hear
not
you.
pull on my yarn. Christmas. Jesus Christ, this is... I'm so sorry to future Melody. Pineapple fucking rutabaga.
What else could it be, though? Like, is it just like an open oyster? Oh no, but I don't think she's made of any creatures. I think it's all plant life. So that open melon could have worked. And I wouldn't be mad about it, you know? What would it be? Oh. Yeah, I had to know. I was so confused. I was like, what's so horrifying that you don't want somebody you're super attracted to finger blast you? You know what I mean? I don't know. And when we find out what it is, there's nothing horrifying about it, okay? She made it so, not nefarious, but she gave me a negative connotation. Like it was a mystery, but it wasn't a fun mystery. And maybe it would have been a fun mystery if I wasn't in the place I was in, you know? Like, is it just like a wad of seaweed, you know? Or is it just like wet roots? I don't know.
Have you just been sitting here this whole time, Melody, talking about...
just trying to figure out what would be in there. That
Oh my
is so
God,
horrifying. I don't know.
I love you so much.
That's where we're going to stop for today. We'll be back tomorrow with the rest of this monstrous adventure. And we'll get the answer to all of our questions. Heaving Bosoms is produced by us, Melody Carlisle and Sabrina Bradley. Editing is done by me, Melody Carlisle. Our theme music is by the incredible singer-songwriter Brittany Fonts, and our art is by the ultra-talented author Kate Pryor. If you like our show, remember to follow us on your favorite podcast app, rate us 5 stars, and leave a review. That one small action is a huge way to help the show. If you want to get in touch with us for advertising inquiries or anything else, you can email us at heavingbosomspodcast@gmail.com. If you want more of us, visit patreon.com/heavingbosomspodcast. You can also find us on Instagram at Heaving Bosoms, on TikTok at Heaving_Bosoms, and in our Facebook group, the Heaving Bosoms Geriatric Friendship Cult. See you tomorrow.